Hey, this is Douglas Francisco of Spartan Risk Management. Today we want to talk about one of our segments that grew organically. What do I mean by that? Our high net worth family office segment, it grew out of other clients that we had. We had some multifamily clients, some large real estate owners that had some needs, right? We have some of our aircraft owners that have some needs. And it really opened the door to us being able to help both whether you're high net worth directly or whether it's a family office that decided to consult with us to where we handle all the risk management needs for that office. Chances are you've risked a lot to get what you have, right? I understand that most people that are of a high net worth category have made many risks along their life for their family, right? And our number one goal is to make sure that we protect those assets as much as possible. And that's one of the things that we look at, right? Depending on where you're placing your money, maybe the investments that you're making, depending on your physical assets, or maybe businesses that you own, we want to make sure that one, you understand what that risk is, and two, we can adequately transfer it or protect it as much as possible. So whether you're high net worth, or again, if you're a family office directly consulting us, the services are very similar in nature. So one, you're probably making some investments, right? Obviously, you're going to be an accredited investor. If you're watching this, you know what an accredited investor is per the SEC description. It means you can invest in off-market deals that are a little more risky, but they're going to lend a much larger return. But we offer full services as we would for a lender for any type of accredited investments. I did this just last year. We had a group of high net worth individuals that invested in a couple real estate deals. I put together a package, a full review, just like we would for a lender for that placement, right? So sometimes these might not even be as big as you think. Maybe a six-figure investment, among a group of individuals, we can do a review for you, just like we would a large balance sheet lender. Secondly, depending on the size of family office, you might be acting as a direct lender, right? Family offices have a lot of relationships, right? We had a deal last year where a large national bank partnered with a family office on a large resort deal, right? On a big refinance. They took a big piece. They were acted as a direct lender. So again, in that example, we did a full lender review package just like we would for a lender because you are the lender, right? You're acting as the direct lender. So we want to make sure that your collateral in this example, your investment, is adequately protected. So that's a little bit about what we do on the investment side. And physical assets are going to be completely different, right? Whether it's your house, whether it's your aircraft, whether it's your boat, there's many differences. Number one, replacement cost is going to be completely different in these assets, right? Your resort in Aspen is going to have a much different replacement cost than many other homes throughout the U.S., right? You're going to have aircraft. That's one of our industry segments. We understand how aircraft works. Whether you're using it just for Part 91 or maybe you're using it for some 135 operations where you're doing some charter operations and looking for some revenue there. We understand these business segments. So we understand the physical assets. We understand how that risk works. And we have partners that we can help. I mean, you might have great partners too, but we have partners that we can help, direct that to and make sure your risk is adequately covered. Again, what I always want to stress is our job is to identify the risk and share that with you, and it's up to you, depending on how you want to potentially protect that risk. The other are own businesses. If you're a high net worth or family office, there's going to be many business segments, right? Many times we're hired, via an investment introduction to maybe overlook some of the other businesses, maybe do a cursory risk review of some of those businesses, whether they're investments or whether they're truly operational. So this was a piece that I really enjoy. It was an organic piece based on some of our other client sectors. This is growing actively for us. I enjoy the involvement, and really our goal is always to help protect as much as possible the assets that you've worked hard for, right? To make sure your family can perpetuate and continue that legacy that you've built. Any questions, feel free to reach out to us at SpartanRiskManagement.com. One of the services we offer, many times our clients start with just a 1-hour phone consultation. You can book that on the website. It's going to be with me. I look forward to helping you out. I love these discussions. Talk with you soon.